An audience sits in darkness. Huge screens behind a stage light up. Montage. A shimmering flash to a Sony Bravia TV sitting on a marble platform. A woman looks through a Sony Alpha camera with a telephoto lens. A man with glasses drives a car as dots and lines track his movements. Clip from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse with Spider-Man in a forest being jerked back by a web, while an orchestra plays alongside. A DJ scrubs a record on a turntable. The film plays in a concert hall as an orchestra performs the score in front of it.
Yeah, the beat don't lie, yeah, the beat don't lie. Oh my.
A young woman splashes water in a pond, then raises her face with closed eyes as the droplets rain down on her. An Astrobot robot, in a Kratos from God of War outfit, holds a glowing electronic axe. Sun shines on a woman's face. Her eyes are closed and she has Sony earbuds in her ears. A man puts on Sony headphones. A Jeopardy contestant gestures as his score increases.
Yeah, the beat don't lie, yeah, the beat don't lie. Oh my.
A woman lifts a Sony Alpha camera to her eye. Aibo lifts its head with a smile. A man with an intense stare looks through the eyepiece of a Sony Alpha camera with a long lens attached to it. Clip of Hawkeye data tracking a live soccer game. Hands hold a Sony Xperia smartphone as it videos a woman with long green hair walking toward a door with green glass.
Feeling all the feelings on the dance floor. Falling in the rhythm of your rap. Yeah, the beat don't lie, yeah, the beat don't lie. Oh my.
A Helldiver helmet stands motionless. A large moon hangs in the sky behind him. A woman does an awkward dance as people holding drinks watch. A clip from the series The Last of Us. A clip from the upcoming feature film Paddington in Peru. An astronaut floats in space above the Earth. Flash to multiple astrobots who leap on a game controller. Multiple Raul Alejandros react as one manipulates a PlayStation controller. Another Raul wearing a striped shirt walks toward us before disappearing.
Oh my.
Logo. The word Sony appears through a colored background which changes to black. Legal text appears on screen.
Please welcome President, COO and CFO of Sony Group Corporation, Hiroki Totoki.
Searchlights sweep over the audience as Totoki walks on stage wearing a gray blazer over a black turtleneck.
Hello everyone and welcome. It's a pleasure to be here today at CES 2025. I'm excited to talk about updates from Sony that demonstrate how we are continuing to push boundaries.
The screen behind Totoki showcases a montage of families smiling, embracing, and playing together.
Over the past few years, you've heard Sony talk about our desire to bring Kando into the world. Kando transcends happiness, inspires awe, and builds community.
The word Kando glimmers on the huge screen.
As a creative entertainment company, our purpose is to fill the world with emotion through the power of creativity and technology.
A young girl wears a toy astronaut helmet gazing out of a sunny window.
We want to enable new ideas that bring people together and move hearts and minds. Our purpose drives all we do at Sony, and it is at the heart of our creative entertainment vision.
The words creative entertainment vision appear on screen behind Totoki,
which I will talk about a little later. As we pioneer new frontiers together with creators and communities, imagination and curiosity drive everything we do. From creating compelling entertainment in film, television, and anime.
A collage of posters showcase Sony games, movies, music, and anime. A clip from Tate McRae's music video for Two Hands shows the singer-songwriter dancing on the hood of an orange McLaren. Her backup dancers are dressed as a pit crew.
Collaborating with exceptional music talent to amplify their work while exploring the potential of virtual spaces.
Miles Smith plays a guitar with a phone mounted in front of his face for performance capture. Later, he is set before a virtual backdrop of a lighthouse at night.
And offering best-in-class games including Game of the Year Astrobot.
A montage shows a variety of people playing on a PlayStation 5 controller, followed by gameplay from Astrobot.
And the PS5 Pro, featuring over 70 enhanced titles such as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered.
A clip from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Cloud Strife swiping his Buster Sword, followed by another clip from The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Ellie aiming a pistol after taking a hostage.
With many more to follow. As we continue to focus on entertainment, we are also invested in supporting creative talent from musicians to game designers and all storytellers by empowering their dreams.
Uniformed schoolchildren gather around a musician's workstation. Later, the schoolchildren clap in an auditorium audience as the same musician DJs. Younger artists gather around screens showing in-progress animation for an anime.
Developing tools for creators that bring new stories to life with greater creative freedom, like anime canvas software in development with our production studios in Japan.
On the Anime Canvas software, a character's outline is inked to have short brown hair.
Transforming how and where people experience stories and creating new places for creators and fans to convene in the physical and virtual worlds.
A montage showcases real events and a virtual soccer stadium.
Before we discuss our creative entertainment vision, I would like to talk about two exciting fields. Let's start with sports.
On the screens behind Totoki, World Athletics athletes sprint past on a track surrounded by Sony's branding.
While we focus on entertainment, we have also been pioneering technology to enhance sport on the field, in the stand, and at home.
The athletes hurdle and sprint down a track. A photographer aims a telephoto lens at them.
To talk about opportunities in sports entertainment and technology, I'm happy to welcome President and COO of Sony Electronics, Neil Manovitz, and from one of the world's greatest sports entertainment organizations, Commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell.
Manowitz and Goodell walk on stage, both wearing gray suits.
Welcome.
Thank you, Tataki-san.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. We're supposed to move up.
They both shake hands with Totoki.
So, welcome, Mr. Goodell. Congratulations on another great season.
The screen behind them has logos for Sony and the NFL above text, a technology partner of the NFL.
Thank you for both for joining us today.
Goodell.
Well, thank you, Tataki-san. Neil, we are just thrilled to be here with Sony.
Manowitz.
The pleasure is ours. NFL and Sony have been working closely for quite some time. NFL's media partners have been using Sony's broadcast cameras for decades, including the last Super Bowl using over 160 Sony cameras. Our Hawkeye officiating technologies have assisted the league with in-game accuracy and game efficiency.
Sony's broadcasting system and Hawkeye system show dozens of live feeds simultaneously while people point to them on screens. A woman takes a photo with a Sony Alpha camera.
And the Associated Press, the definitive source of NFL imagery, has been using Sony Alpha cameras exclusively since 2020.
And indeed, the league is looking for new ways to enhance fan engagement and reach new audiences. One of the most notable ways we've achieved this is through the production of real-time animated broadcasts, made possible by our next-gen stats and Sony technologies from Beyond Sports and Hawkeye Innovations.
Beside the logos for Sony and NFL, more logos appear for Hawkeye Innovations, NFL Next Gen Stats, and Beyond Sports.
It was exciting to see the first ever NFL outcast Toy Story Fun Day Football in 2023.
A brightly colored 3D animation shows action figures of football players riding on toy trucks with the NFL logo. Bright text pops in, to infinity and beyond.
Sony teams worked with the league, Disney, and ESPN to stream an NFL game in real time in the Toy Story environment.
And that all-cast is still the biggest live event to date on Disney+.
Animated players in oversized helmets play on a football field set in the center of a child's room. Slinky Dog watches from the sidelines. Animated toy versions of live commentators Drew Carter and Booger McFarland sit behind desks near the field.
And was recognized with 3 Sports Emmy Awards. And last month, we partnered again with Disney on the second ever fully animated NFL alternate telecast, The Simpsons Fun Day Football. The alt-cast of the Bengals at Cowboys Monday Night Football game was distributed around the world on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. Let's take a look.
In a broadcast room, technicians watch multiple simultaneous displays.
Go to it.
The NFL has descended on Springfield.
This is the first couple of stepping stones to where the future of sports broadcasting can go.
Live gameplay of the Cowboys and Bengals game is interspersed with animations of the footage. Swirls of color trail from the football when Cooper Rush throws it toward the end zone.
He floats it toward the end zone. Touchdown down!
The next generation of fans, they're not watching sports in a traditional way.
He throws that picked off!
Animators work in an open-style office. One wears a VR headset as she clenches and unclenches her raised hands. On a screen, a virtual avatar mirrors her movements. In an interview, Nico Westerhoff, CTO and co-founder of Beyond Sports.
They expect more interactive and more personalized content. All of our simulations are based on positional tracking data, so we need to work together with Hawkeye. And because it's virtual, our simulation can be overlaid with any IP.
3D models of football players highlight zones of movement on their bodies. In real life, the Cowboys dive for the Bengals kicker.
Kick is blocked!
Almost like it's a video game.
Phil Orlins, VP of ESPN Productions.
This is truly a completely differentiated type of production with a core goal of expanding our audience.
Working with the NFL, we're just excited to see the ripple effects that this will have in the future.
Cowboys wide receiver Brandon Cooks catches a touchdown pass.
Touchdown!
Sony logo. Totoki, Goodell, and Manowitz return to the stage. They all clap. The screen shows a group inside a domed football stadium.
And on the field, we're continually looking for ways to provide the best tools for players, staff, and coaches. Coach-to-coach communication is one of the most critical parts of our game and can have a significant impact on results on the field.
And today, we have a prototype of the new coach headset we're developing with the NFL.
A stagehand brings a device to Totoki. He holds up a Sony headset. The wraparound design includes a single ear cup and microphone connected by a wire to a small transceiver with the Sony logo on it.
It will feature Sony's industry-leading noise-canceling technology and unparalleled sound quality. The headset will be powered by Verizon's 5G network and make its debut in the 2025 season.
We're looking forward to seeing the headset in action. We're excited about our work with Sony and what it means to the future of the National Football League.
It's an honor to work with the NFL. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Goodell and Manowitz shake hands with Totoki before the two of them walk off stage.
Thank you. Another space where Sony continue to innovate is mobility.
The word mobility appears on screen behind Totoki.
Afeela is a bold step forward in mobility, creating an entirely new driving experience.
The logo for Afeela appears behind him. Footage shows a sleek white sedan speeding along winding seaside roads.
Designed to connect, entertain, and inspire. To talk more about this exciting evolution, please welcome CEO of Sony Honda Mobility, Yasuhide Mizuno.
Mizuno, wearing a gray jacket over a purple turtleneck, walks on stage. He shakes Totoki's hand and bows to him.
Thank you, Totoki-san. And hello, everyone. Before my speech, allow me to call another guest.
He speaks into a phone.
Come on out, Afeela.
They step off to one side as the white Afeela sedan slowly drives on stage. Its hazard lights flash below a sleek light bar.
From the first level of the prototype back at CES 23 to today, we are able to present you the near final version of Afeela in less than 2 years. We could not have done it without the support from our diverse network of partners, creators, developers, media, and last but not least, all of our associates. Thank you very much.
Afeela halts at center stage as audience members take photos. The hubcaps form a contiguous, smooth design with the tires, and the glossy body shimmers in the stage lights. Mizuno bows slightly to Totoki, who walks off stage.
Thank you, Totoki-san, again. So this is Afeela 1, our first product representing our vision to redefine the relationship between people and mobility. Today, I'm excited to share with you some announcements related to the start of taking initial reservation and updates on key features and specification. This voice-based remote driving was a tech demo for this showcase only. As you can see, autonomous driving is crucial to reducing routine tasks like steering, accelerating, and braking for drivers.
A simulation on the stage screen shows Afeela 1 scanning its environment for pedestrians, intersections, and other cars,
while maximizing capabilities to make mobility a creative entertainment space. Once you set your destination, Afeela's ADAS provide seamless end-to-end driving support.
On screen, Afeela 1 stops near a crosswalk. A young man wearing a backpack waves cheerfully to the car. A slim screen on the car's grille reads, "Have a nice day."
We call this one-tap ADAS, Afeela Intelligent Drive. Together with 800 TOPS of computing power and 40 sensors, Afeela's AI perception is used to accurately recognize the surrounding environment.
A flow diagram for the AD-ADAS architecture appears. The conventional pipeline flows from sensors through CNN-based perception to an environment model, heuristic planner, and finally to the motion controller. The end-to-end pipeline flows from sensors to a vision transformer-based perception through an environment model to a neural network planner, and finally to the motion controller.
And its AI planner is used to create optimal driving plans. Drivers can see the status of ADAS and the surrounding situation through easy-to-understand visuals in real time.
Text, Afeela Personal Agent. In Afeela 1's interior, an information display on the dashboard shows both a virtual model of the road in front of it and an overhead map.
Once activating our ADAS, customers can be entertained by communicating with Afeela 1. The key in achieving this is Afeela Personal Agent. Our agent is focused on conversation, so not only does it control the vehicle setting, it proactively talks to you, providing useful information based on your needs for you to make the best use of your travel time. We have designed our entire UI in a simple, easy-to-use, and beautifully crafted manner.
On the dashboard screen, dozens of icons for different apps appear. Then it scrolls through a variety of music playlists such as Focus, Relax, Energized, and Wake.
We utilize Unreal Engine on various visualizations, including the ADAS View, Map, and Home UI. Thanks to the strong support from our entertainment partners,
Mizuno gestures to the screen behind him, which now shows logos for Amazon Music, Audible, Crunchyroll, Ride View, Spotify, Stingray Karaoke, TikTok, Tune Goggles, TuneIn, Xperi, Zoom, and counting.
These are the selection of apps currently available, and this number continues to grow as we speak. Now, let's move on to the most anticipated news. At last, Afeela 1 is ready for reservation. This product will be offered at the starting price of $89,900 for the origin trim and $102,900 for the signature trim.
Text appears. Price includes 3-year complimentary subscription subject to change, Afeela Intelligent Drive, Level 2 plus ADAS, customizable theme, immersive entertainment selection, Afeela Personal Agent. Common features include media bar, external information display, spatial sound system, immersive 3D map, and 5G connectivity.
Both include a 3-year complimentary subscription to certain functionality and features. Finally, we are accepting reservations after this press conference.
A QR code appears alongside text. $200 reservation fee. Reserve today. www.shm-afeela.com/en.
All reservations are taken online through our official website with a fully refundable $200 reservation fee. And that's less than what you lost at the tables last night.
Mizuno grins.
Of course, refundable. Initially, reservations will be limited to residents in California, with plan to gradually expand into other states. So, well, Afeela, it's time to go.
He pulls out his phone.
See you, Afeela.
After a moment, Afeela 1's hazard lights begin to flash as it slowly reverses off stage.
Tomorrow, we will hold Sony Honda Mobility's press conference at our booth. There, we plan to share details on the product and service network. We'd love to see you there.
Text. Come join us. January 7th, 4:30 to 5 p.m., Central Hall booth, number 19904.
Afeela is bound for a future filled with wonder. Thank you very much.
Text. Sony Honda Mobility. Mizuno exits in the direction of the Afeela 1 as Totoki strides back on stage.
Thank you, Mizuno-san. I mentioned earlier that creating Kando and enabling creators is at the forefront of what we do at Sony.
Images on the stage screen show a guitarist, an audio mixer at a workstation, line artists reviewing concept art, and videographers looking down at a tablet.
As an organization with a passion for creativity, we seek what the future will bring. So we explored an essential question: what will Kando look like in 10 years? We brought together creative minds from across Sony companies and beyond to discuss this important topic.
A grayscale collage of various artists.
The intention was to design a collaborative future that harnesses ways to bring Kando to people's lives. Our creative entertainment vision cultivates a synergy between creativity and technology.
Text. Creative entertainment vision.
To realize this vision, we will continue to establish strong connections with creators. Let's begin by looking at how our leaders, Scott Easley, Christine Belson, and Michelle Grady, are fostering creative talent by supporting their passions.
Totoki walks off stage. In a video, a Sony condenser microphone hangs from a shock mount. 2 men stand above a huge mixing board. In a recording booth, a woman wears a rich brown blouse. Scout Marie Easley, A&R, Sony Music Publishing.
There's so much music out there. There's so many songs that come out every single day. For people to cut through, they really have to have such a strong point of view.
Line art transforms from a storyboard to a fully animated Miles Morales in his Spider-Man costume. In a theater, a short-haired woman sits. Christine Belson, president, features and series of Sony Pictures Animation.
We look for storytellers who have something in their hearts that they really want to say, stories that are incredibly specific and personal and at the same time wildly universal.
Miles Morales, a character of the animated Spider-Verse film franchise, lies in bed looking up at the ceiling. He raises his eyebrows. Michelle Grady, president of Sony Pictures Imageworks, wearing a thick collared shirt, is seated in a recording studio.
Our passion is to develop tools and technology and put those in the hands of the artists and bring their creative vision to life.
Miles tumbles through the air as his arms reach wildly. Later, he sits on the windowsill of a dark room, wearing headphones.
There is no medium that is more intensely collaborative than animation.
It's an opportunity for creatives to come together with technologists, storytellers with artists, and use technology as a tool to really just draw out the creative.
Images show anime creators collaborating. Then, a diverse group of young people gather in a sunny square. More images show collaborations among music producers, writers, and other creators, with several conversing remotely over video calls.
Sony songwriter camps are so great for artists. It helps foster creativity and bring new people together, and it's so incredible to see what relationships are made and what songs are written.
I absolutely love the Lens program, what it stands for, and actually what it has delivered, to give aspiring filmmakers an opportunity to work with some of the best artists, some of the best tools and technology in the business.
We're not beholden to any financial model or any performance metric that we need to meet. It is a purely creative exercise.
Panelists pose on stage before the logo for The Spider Within, a Spider-Verse story. In the dark room, Miles sits down on the windowsill and dons his headphones. Miles is visualized from line drawing to animation. He stands in a train car where he encounters a shadow man with glowing eyes.
Right now, we're at a really exciting point in time for technology. Filmmakers and creators have more flexibility to tell their stories. It's really that low barrier to entry.
It used to be making animated movies, there were so many limitations about what you could not do. And with the new tools and the new technology, so many limitations have been removed.
The future of filmmaking is much more collaborative, it's much more innovative, and it's going to be so visually driven by different storytellers that bring a unique perspective to the craft.
In a video call, participants review footage of Miles stepping through a shallow puddle at night. The surface of the water ripples as it reflects the full moon above.
People are really putting their all into their artistry, and I'm so excited for that to continue. It's so inspiring, and yeah, I need more of it in my life.
Music creators work together.
The future of our business is creativity. I mean, that's the core of our business, and it always will be.
Belson grins. At night, Miles walks alongside his father down a rainy sidewalk. Totoki walks back on stage, clapping toward the audience.
Thank you. It's inspiring to see our colleagues working with creators, nurturing talent, and shaping the future together. We value collaboration with creators to bring their visions to life. Now let's hear from another of our ambitious creators and technologists about how they are developing tools to enhance creativity.
Footage shows performance capture of live actors being converted to virtual models in real time.
Please welcome CEO of Pixo, Johnny Slow.
Johnny Slow walks out wearing a black polo. The green logo for Pixo appears on the stage screen.
At Pixo, we fuse cutting-edge technology with bold artistry to streamline workflows, elevate quality, empowering filmmakers. We know that shooting convincing vehicle sequences can be frustrating.
Logo for Clara appears beside the Pixo logo, then transitions to 3 images. The top image, labeled blue/green screen, shows a Formula One car sitting on a blue backdrop. The second, labeled process trailers, shows the same car on a trailer rig being pulled behind a truck as the world blurs behind it. The third, labeled video playback, shows the car on a glossy black stage backed by a grid of white lights.
The existing methods are expensive, complex, weather-dependent, potentially unsafe, and stifle creativity. So, Pixo's Innovation Lab set out to build a revolutionary on-set tool to tackle these issues. And after extensive development and testing, I'm excited to introduce Pixo Aira, the ultimate vehicle processing system.
The Pixo Aira logo appears. Video footage shows headlights flaring to life in complete darkness. Lights illuminate a red Corvette sitting on a raised platform. In a flash, the Corvette is replaced by an olive green Jeep. On the same platform, a Kimoto motorcycle appears. In flashes, each of the vehicles remains stationary on the platform as they accelerate in place, their wheels spinning rapidly. The platform tilts, articulating beneath each tire of the Jeep to simulate bumpy terrain. Various vehicles flash along the platform, including the Corvette, motorcycle, and a propeller plane. Logo for Pixo Aira. On stage, Slow.
Pixo Aira delivers an all-in-one solution for filming vehicles in any setting. It's built on 5 pillars of innovation. Number 1, a bespoke motion-based platform that can handle everything from cars to spaceships. It spins 360 degrees, syncs in real time with the virtual environment on the LED screen for a true-to-life ride. Secondly, a programmable camera crane, offering high precision, flexibility, perfectly repeatable camera moves all around the vehicle.
A camera hangs off a long crane arm mounted to a rail track. It pans toward the audience.
An Unreal-powered pre-visualization platform to create a perfect digital twin of the studio during pre-production and to ensure a seamless transition of visualization assets to production on set.
Huge wraparound screens in front of the Jeep show a moving road. The light reflects off the Jeep's windows and body. A UI overlay of the digital twin software appears, followed by a driving simulator.
A driving simulator to test and refine the vehicle routes in the virtual environment before filming begins, and an expansive 3D content library that enables limitless 3D environments, whether real or synthetic, for dynamic, instant adjustments.
The Formula One car is mounted on the Pixo Aira rig, with the wraparound screens showing black and white grid squares.
When combined with LED volume content, Pixo Aira produces in-camera visual effects of the highest quality, perfectly synchronized with the moves of the camera and the motion base, vastly reducing post-production time and complexity. Visit us at the front of the booth to see virtual and physical production meet head-on. Now, let's hear about another new technology to power creativity. Please welcome Head of XR Business Development at Sony Electronics in the US, Taisa Yamamura.
Yamamura walks on stage wearing a purple suit. She shakes hands with Slow.
Thank you, Johnny.
Slow walks off stage.
Sony has also been contributing to the production and quality of 3D CG content, advancing efficiency and smooth production workflow.
The backdrop on stage now shows 3 images. A man wears Mocapi motion capture sensors with bands as he dances. Text, Mocapi. A woman wears an XR headset. Text, XR head-mounted display. A schematic of a transparent engine in 3D. Text, spatial reality display.
Today, we're excited to announce our new 3D CG production solution for a wider range of creators, Zin.
In a video, the letters X, Y, N come together to form the logo for Zin. A photographer captures an amethyst crystal from multiple angles. In a virtual environment, a 3D render of the crystal appears. Later, a motion capture artist wears arm and wristbands, while her movement is mirrored on a 3D model on a nearby laptop. Other models appear for buildings and trees. The artist dons an XR headset and stretches her hands apart to place the amethyst model in a grid environment. She looks around at ultra-modern glass buildings set into gigantic crystal cliffs. On stage, Yamamura.
Zin is an integrative software and hardware solution that enables creators to capture and reproduce the real world into their artwork with stunning fidelity, from film, games, or the metaverse. Zin's spatial capture solution in the development converts real objects and spaces into a high-quality 3D CG assets.
Text, Zin spatial capture solution. A man capturing an object with a Sony Alpha camera and a smartphone connected to it.
Using images captured by a mirrorless camera. With its ease of use, Sony's algorithm optimizes generation time. The new Zin Motion Studio app allows creators to easily edit motion data with twinning capacity, or seamlessly connecting multiple motion data points. In addition, motion capture accuracy is improved with an increased 12 sensor connection for mobile motion capture Mokopi.
Text, Zin Motion Studio. A woman wears the Mokopi sensors on her ankles, knees, waist, head, elbows, wrists, and hands.
Zin headset is in the development as well, and it will streamline spatial content creation workflow with sophisticated 3D representation and intuitive operability. Now, let's hear from Vice President of Technology from Sony Pictures Animation, Yoris Katsamba, on Zin's transformative creative experience.
Katsamba sits in a theater.
The biggest challenge in making an animated movie is really creating an engaging and visually stunning story. Most of the time we start with a 2D drawing, and then we transition into 3D. We're always looking for tools that can allow artists to explore and fine-tune these environments and 3D assets as effortlessly as possible.
A Sony-branded case opens to reveal Mokopi sensors.
We have been working with the Mokopi team for quite some time, and it's great to have now announced Zin Motion Studio and Mokopi 12 sensor mode.
A motion capture actor performs the Running Man dance move. His movements are matched by an animated mummy from Hotel Transylvania in a grayscale ballroom.
It's such a great way to explore ideas quickly early on. Mokopi is easy to put on and in a few minutes capture some action that they can use for previews or for reference.
The Mokopi sensors snap magnetically onto adjustable straps.
We connected our homegrown app Flixiverse to the Sony headset prototype. The image quality is great. It's pretty surreal when you look at the environment and you kneel down to take an up shot, and you're shooting as if it's a live-action movie.
A man wearing the headset lifts the visor upward on a hinge to look at a desktop screen.
With Zin, Sony is entering a new dimension with a line of products that help studios like ours explore worlds in ways that it wasn't possible before.
On stage, Yamamura.
Zin will support every aspect of the spatial content creation. Furthermore, it will be compatible with various third-party digital content creation tools for a cohesive production experience. Sony will continue enabling creators with innovative solutions. Thank you.
Yamamura grins, then walks off stage as the Zen logo appears behind her. Totoki walks out.
Thank you, Johnny and Taiza. Anime is a global phenomenon with a passionate community. Sony is committed to enriching the fan experience by transforming fan favorite stories into anime and bringing them to a worldwide audience.
A montage of various conventions shows groups of fans and cosplayers posing.
To talk more about the growing world of Japanese anime, please welcome President of Aniplex, Atsuhiro Iwakami, and President of Crunchyroll, Raul Prini.
The logos for Aniplex and Crunchyroll appear as Iwakami and Perini walk out and shake hands with Totoki. Iwakami wears a dark gray jacket, while Perini wears a black suit.
Thank you.
Totoki exits.
Hi everyone, I'm Atsuhiro Iwakami from Aniplex.
And I'm Rahul Purini from Crunchyroll.
At Aniplex, we develop and produce anime adaptations of original IP and of third-party manga and novels. In our 21-year history, we have created and produced over 350 works.
Posters appear for various animes, including Sword Art Online and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Then, a full-screen poster appears for Demon Slayer, Become the Blade that cuts through despair.
One anime project released in 2019 became a historic blockbuster. That is Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Based on Koyoharu Gotoge's manga series from Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump, Demon Slayer has captivated viewers with its beautiful animation and emotionally rich story, following protagonist Tanjiro Kamado.
In footage behind Iwakami, various characters draw swords, perform an axe kick, and grit their teeth.
Tanjiro joined the Demon Slayer corps to avenge his family killing. and find a way to turn his sister back into a human. The series has won numerous awards and is acclaimed for its powerful, high-quality images created by animation studio Ufotable. Building on its success, the anime film Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train, released in 2020, became the highest grossing film of all time in Japan. Later released in the US, it topped the weekend box office and was released in over 45 countries and regions.
Iwakami folds his hands. More posters appear.
Following 3 seasons of the TV anime series, this year, the first film from Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle Trilogy, releases in theaters worldwide.
A poster for the movie Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. The main cast is showcased in action headshots.
The movie will depict an all-out battle in the Infinity Castle between the Demon Slayer corps and powerful demons, including Muzan Kibutsuji. Let's watch the latest trailer.
Logos for Crunchyroll and Aniplex.
I understand.
Text. Original story by Koyoharu Gotoge. Jump Comics, Shueisha. Animation production by Ufotable.
What eternity really is.
Title. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
What I'm interested in is permanence. To forever remain in perfect condition, immune to the disease of change.
The words permanence and forever flash. In grayscale, Muzan speaks while a caped figure walks through a village.
What you have been seeking is eternity. Your dream is to become immortal.
Kagaya sits with his head and hand in bandages.
True eternity is the human will.
Flames trail from Tanjiro's sword. In flashes, various characters grin and laugh.
The human spirit is a fire that cannot be extinguished. It's immortal.
A woman closes her eyes. In a flash, a mansion is engulfed in a fiery explosion. Multiples of Tanjiro appear, charging into the flames. Muzan flashes a grin. Multiple characters are teleported into a dark castle structure lit by lanterns. Its maze-like architecture unfolds in every direction, each surface oriented differently in a dizzying array.
You think you've driven me into a corner with your little plan? But you are all about to be going straight to hell! Mark my words, Demon Slayers. I'll massacre every one of you before sunrise!
Text, 2025, only in movie theaters. Title for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Iwakami and Perini walk back on stage.
The trilogy will feature an even more thrilling storyline and breathtaking visuals that push the boundaries of animation technology. Aniplex will partner with our sister companies, Sony Pictures and Crunchyroll, to bring this film to pop culture fans around the world. Please stay tuned.
Perini nods.
Thank you, Iwakami-san. The partnership between Aniplex and Crunchyroll on many anime productions has continued to delight fans. And we are excited to bring the new Demon Slayer trilogy to the millions of eagerly waiting global fans. With the number of people interested in anime approaching 1 billion, and the stories, characters, and world building, it's maintaining its authenticity, and a unique connection with those it engages, we feel confident that the impact on popular culture that anime is having will continue. If you're not familiar with anime, there are really 3 important things to know. First, anime is a medium, not a genre. It encompasses dozens of familiar genres like romance, comedy, sci-fi, and also some unique to the art form.
Below the title, anime is a medium, not a genre, multiple genre examples appear beside posters for animes. Dragon Ball for action, Tokyo Ghoul for horror, and Bocce the Rock for slice of life.
Second, anime is one of the fastest growing sectors in entertainment. We expect the total addressable market outside of Japan and China to be 1.5 billion by 2030. And third, anime is here to stay because it deeply resonates with Gen Z and Gen Alpha audiences who desire a deeper connection to subcommunities and stories that are real and different. At Crunchyroll, we're in the business of fandom and fueling passion. Our strength is our 360 experience approach.
A circular diagram appears behind Perini, the word content in the middle, surrounded by all the key elements.
While centered on streaming, it powers our other fan touchpoints, including films, events, games, e-commerce, music, collectibles, and so much more. Our streaming service, with over 15 million subscribers, is world-class with the largest anime library. Subs and dubs in over a dozen languages, and distribution on 20-plus platforms, including all game consoles, smart TVs, mobile, and entertainment platforms.
Logo for Crunchyroll. In a video, characters/swords.
Anime makes me think about the things that are possible in this world.
Crowds gather for a Meet the Demon Slayers and a solo leveling event. Text, we turn passion into fandom. Turn excitement into experiences.
I feel at home, like I'm with my people.
This is the anime effect.
A montage shows video gameplay footage, theatrical audiences, and a live concert. Text, and turn anime into games, movies, music. Text, and we're just getting started.
That looks good.
Iwakami and Perini walk back on stage. The Crunchyroll logo appears behind them. Perini.
In closing, I'm pleased to share with you some exciting news. The second season of Solo Leveling with our partners at Aniplex debuted Saturday. Its first season was already the most watched anime on the service in 2024, and we're already off to a promising start.
Cover art appears for Solo Leveling, Arise from the Shadows Season 2. Jinwoo stands tall before an army of shadows, his dark hair billowing in the wind.
Games and anime share a special place together for fans. So I'm pleased to announce that Crunchyroll and Aniplex will also develop an anime television series based on the wildly popular PlayStation game Ghost of Tsushima.
An image from Ghost of Tsushima Legends. In a moonlit field composed of long brushstrokes, the samurai Jin Sakai stands with his sword drawn. Tendrils of darkness curl like smoke from his body. Iwakami and Perini both applaud.
Finally, later this year, Crunchyroll will be working with many publishers in Japan to launch and offer subscribers the ability to add a digital manga service onto their Crunchyroll membership. I am excited to bring you along on this anime adventure.
Perini nods.
Thank you, Raul. Anime is so cool.
They both grin.
Thank you. Now, let's welcome newly appointed President and CEO of Sony Pictures Entertainment, Ravi Ahuja.
Ahuja walks out wearing a sleek black suit. He shakes hands with Perini, then Iwakami, as the backdrop returns to the poster for Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, as Iwakami and Perini exit.
Thank you, Iwakami-san. Thank you, Rahul. I'm excited to work with you both to bring the Demon Slayer trilogy to screens around the world. Aniplex and Crunchyroll are shining examples of the value and power of engaging with specialized audiences. As I officially step into my new role as CEO of Sony Pictures, actually today, here, I'm inspired by, thank you.
Flying shots showcase the backlots for Sony Pictures Entertainment and Columbia Pictures.
It's day one. I'm inspired by everything you've heard, by Sony's extraordinary ecosystem and rich history in global entertainment and innovation. Audiences are engaging with content in more ways than ever before, and that's exciting for us. At our core, we are storytellers. We make and distribute over 15 films a year and over 200 television shows across all genres and all platforms all around the world. As the leading independent studio at Sony Pictures, we have the unique ability to find the absolute best home for our series and to meet our audiences where they are.
The flying shots continue, showing the Scenic Arts Building and the Culver City Rainbow, a 90-foot-tall arch painted to look like a rainbow over a park.
Being part of the larger Sony Group family also enables us to do what no other studio can, and seamlessly bridge worlds to create new experiences for our audiences. PlayStation Productions is actually a perfect example of that.
Logos for PlayStation Productions and Sony Pictures Entertainment.
We're not simply adapting games into movies and TV shows. It's not that simple. We're thoughtfully expanding these beloved universes in ways that honor and thrill fans of the games and captivate new audiences. And with Sony's renowned technology, we're able to bring these stories to life with unparalleled quality. That's the future of entertainment. The blending of worlds anchored by innovation and by storytelling. So now, to share our latest innovations in gaming and storytelling, please welcome Head of PlayStation Productions, Asad Kizilbash, and President of Screen Gems, our Screen Gems film label at Sony Pictures Entertainment, Ashley Brooks.
Kizilbash walks out wearing a dark blue jacket over a white shirt. Brooks wears a long-sleeved black turtleneck tucked into a long black skirt. Ahuja shakes hands with each of them before exiting.
Thank you, Ravi. So at PlayStation Productions, we take the emotive storytelling and immersive gameplay experiences from our PlayStation studios and partner with Sony Pictures to spin that shared DNA into movies, TV shows, and animations that come to life on the big screen and the small screen. And naturally, we're thrilled that our colleagues on the anime front, Crunchyroll and Aniplex, are also taking the world of games and storytelling to new dimensions with Ghost of Tsushima anime series based on the popular online Legends mode from our critically acclaimed video game.
The cover art for Ghost of Tsushima Legends reappears, followed by posters of movies and TV series for Uncharted, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, and Twisted Metal. Brooks.
At Sony Pictures, we've had a great success in expanding on these powerful stories to excite fans and introduce new audiences to these vivid worlds. From such films as Uncharted, earning more than $400 million at the box office, Gran Turismo, as well as acclaimed award-winning TV series The Last of Us and Twisted Metal.
That's right, Ashley, and we're just getting started. Looking ahead as to what might come next, I'm excited to announce that we are working with Sony Pictures on developing a film adaptation of our amazingly popular PlayStation game, Helldivers 2.
The logo for Helldivers, a skull below block letters in a scratched metal texture.
As president of Screen Gems, and I'm excited to take on the first PlayStation horror game with the upcoming film Until Dawn, which comes to the big screen on April 25th of this year. The key to successfully adapting these games comes down to one thing: respecting the source material. Our close collaboration with PlayStation Productions gives us and our filmmakers the advantage of working directly with the creators of the game. It's a careful balance of trying to identify and incorporate what the fans love about the game and the experience, as well as offering something fresh and exciting to entice newcomers. In adapting Until Dawn, filmmaker David F. Sandberg, who is a big fan of the wildly acclaimed game, took the essence of what makes the game great and selected elements we think are the most important to the fans and paid homage to it in the right way. We then built out Until Dawn's universe using the core premise of a group of friends who encounter a variety of terrifying threats to tell a new story that is truly visceral and horrifying.
Against a snowy stone wall lit only by candles on a chandelier, a towering figure with elongated arms is crudely painted in a dripping red.
One of those connective threads between the game and the film is notable actor Peter Stormare, who voices the role of Dr. Hill in the game and also appears in the film. Here he will tell you a little bit more about what to expect in the movie.
In a video.
Hello there, CES. I'm Peter Stormare. I've been lucky to be part of Until Dawn since the original. Incredible, super terrifying game. And that's why I'm so excited to be part of this film. Because the whole thing is a love letter to horror. And it completely honors the spirit of the game. The movie's gonna be full of fresh characters and victims in a brand new story, loaded with twists. So whether you're a longtime fan or you're discovering it for the first time, get ready for Until Dawn, like you've never seen it before.
Title: Until Dawn. April, in premium formats exclusively in theaters. UntilDawnMovie.com. Now alone on stage is Kizelbash.
We are incredibly proud of that film, and thank you to our partners at Screen Gems. So our vast content creation in the gaming space has the ability to expand our creative and cultural influence. Horizon is one of our most exciting IPs, filled with so much potential to expand into new categories and genres. The most recent example is LEGO Horizon Adventures, which launched this past November. A playful story inspired by the world of Horizon and made fully out of LEGO elements. The game features a great main track written by rising artist, creator, and gamer MXMtoon, titled Post Apocalyptic Dance Party. We've also created a music video for that song with her.
LEGO Horizon versions of MXMtoon and Aloy appear beside a LEGO dance floor in the middle of a village. Colorful lanterns illuminate the smattering of huts.
We leveraged the game assets produced with the Unreal Engine to transcend the boundaries from gaming into animated content to further extend the world of Horizon. Let's hear from MXMtoon herself on the project.
On a couch surrounded by houseplants, a woman sits wearing a bold red blouse. MXMtoon, artist, creator, and gamer.
I think it was really fun to kind of blend my passion for video games into making a song for a video game. There were so many elements of the Horizon series that was influential to me when I was writing the song, because that was a world I was really familiar with as a fan of the game. When I learned about what the larger plan was for the music video behind the song, I was just so excited.
A LEGO Thunderjaw machine snaps at Aloy. LEGO Horizon video game versions of Erend and Varl dance while Aloy DJs.
I had a dream that we would do some sort of animated music video, because it's when you listen to the song, it's pretty much begging you to do some sort of animated music video to it. You can just see all the figures doing the little LEGO dances together.
MXMtoon grins as she plays with Legos. In a rainforest, a LEGO Horizon version of her steps into dappled sunlight.
I think it's really such a joy that Sony's so passionate about involving people who are genuine fans of the games that they're making, the stories that they're telling. So excited to be a part of something and always open for more. Yeah.
On stage, Kizelbash. Behind him, logo for Horizon Zero Dawn together with the logo for Columbia Pictures and PlayStation Studio.
Such a great young talent, and also great that she's a fan of the game as well. So there is one more Horizon project I'm excited to be able to reveal for the first time here today. Columbia Pictures and PlayStation Productions are at the early stages of developing a film adaptation of the award-winning Horizon Zero Dawn. Just imagine Aloy's beloved origin story set in a vibrant, far future world filled with the giant machines, brought to you for the first time on the big screen. And as you've heard tonight, as an evolution of storytelling, we also want to authentically expand our gaming worlds into new experiences.
A collage appears set in translucent triangles of protagonists like Aloy, Kratos and Atreus, Ellie, Sackboy, and more.
With so much great IP and in-house expertise, the possibilities are endless, especially as we collaborate with our Sony sister companies. And on that note, I'd like to introduce someone special whose team has been leading the charge. Please welcome studio head of Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann.
Druckmann, wearing dark jeans and a black button-down shirt, strides on stage. Kizelbash gives him a fist bump as he exits.
Hi, thanks, Assad. I have the fortune of speaking to you all less than a month after we announced Naughty Dog's newest franchise, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet.
A poster appears showing Jordan, a young woman with a shaved head wearing a red bomber jacket. She carries a gray sword over her right shoulder, its blade lit up with energy beams resembling sound waves. Behind her, a broken moon is shattered in a spiral shape before the dark side of a planet.
Intergalactic follows in the lineage of Naughty Dog's beloved game series like The Last of Us, Uncharted, Jak and Daxter, all the way back to Crash Bandicoot. At Naughty Dog, we continue to strive to be an IP powerhouse that brings together world-class talent to develop some of the most renowned narrative-based games. We're looking forward to sharing much more with you about this ambitious project in the future. But for today, I want to focus on one of our existing franchises, The Last of Us.
The screen fills with a collage of cover art and environment shots from The Last of Us Parts 1 and 2.
And since its debut just over a decade ago, we've been floored at how beloved The Last of Us has become. We're always exploring new forms of entertainment, of how we can leverage our franchises to create unique narrative experiences.
Posters appear from The Last of Us American Dreams, Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, and The Last of Us on HBO Max. They transition to logos for Naughty Dog, PlayStation, Sony, and Sony Pictures Entertainment.
That's why I'm excited to introduce a new location-based experience exhibit presented here at CES in collaboration with our Sony sister companies. You'll get to step into the world of The Last of Us as you travel down into the infected tunnels of Seattle.
A small group of people are silhouetted against brief flashes of light. They illuminate a tunnel as a dilapidated subway car is shoved along the tracks, showering sparks.
Now, this is still in the proof of concept phase, but this new incredible technology allows us to immerse all of your senses. You've never experienced The Last of Us quite like this.
The small group is revealed to be standing in a small room paneled in floor-to-ceiling screens.
And speaking of The Last of Us, I know many of you are looking forward to season 2 of the HBO show. Thank you, sir. Well, I have something small but quite exciting to share with you all.
Logo for HBO. In a hallway lit only by a red exit sign, a young woman with a long braid holds a handgun at low ready. A firefly medallion hangs from a chain in her neck. She turns, brow furrowed in dismay. In Jackson, snow streaks past as a man frantically rings a bell. Tommy carries a long rifle past several other armed men. In a dark room, a hand drags a sickle over a log. At night, fire swarms over flailing limbs.
There are just some things everyone agrees are just.
Ellie flees with another woman as lightning flashes. Under warm light, she slow dances with a smiling woman. Two horses gallop, silhouetted against immense snowy mountains. The girl from the hospital turns away from a grave marker, her eyes red with tears. Dozens of infected assault the windows of a dilapidated subway car, their snarls lit by red emergency lights. A clicker joins them. In a softly lit room, Joel looks down as a tear falls down his cheek. Later, he slams a door closed to reveal a faded sign. Restricted area, active mine, keep out. In a bed, Ellie screams. Tommy presses his forehead to Maria's as blood drips from his eye. Wearing boxing gloves, Ellie strikes a punching bag. An explosion shatters several windows. Dozens of infected throw themselves against a fence. A road flare is tossed onto a rainy street, illuminating text in its flickering red smoke. Season 2, April. Title, The Last of Us, an HBO original. Logo for Max. On stage, Druckmann.
I'm thrilled to announce that The Last of Us Season 2 will debut this April on HBO and will be available to stream on Max. Much more to come from Naughty Dog and Sony in the future. Thank you very much for your time.
Druckmann clasps his hands, then walks off stage as Totoki re-enters.
Sony's vision includes creators, partners, and Sony colleagues working together.
The stage backdrop shows a collage of headshots for all the speakers.
We aim to empower creativity by bringing new stories to life, connect and amplify the world of beloved narratives, and expand IP into unique and engaging experiences. This is our creative entertainment vision.
Images for Pixo Aira, Zin, posters for Ghost of Tsushima Legends, logo for Helldivers and Horizon Zero Dawn, followed by LEGO Horizon and The Last of Us exhibit. Text appears, Creative Entertainment Vision.
We believe the future will be exciting, a world envisioned through the lens of creativity and technology brings an even more multi-layered experience where physical and virtual realities overlap without boundaries. We want to create infinite realities for everyone that will spark imaginations and generate a boundless sense of Kando. Thank you and enjoy CES.
Text, Creative Entertainment Vision. Create infinite realities. The Sony logo appears as Totoki walks off stage. Raul Alejandro, wearing a nose ring and tinted glasses, reaches forward to start a PlayStation 5. Ikura, from the pop duo Yoasobi, sings into a microphone. Aibo moves. A man aims a camera as he leans out of a plane while it flies. Meta sings into a microphone outdoors at night. In a movie studio, a man attached to wires flies above the floor. Hands hold an Xperia phone as it videos a young woman. She smiles. A woman holds an alpha camera mounted on a grip support. A woman with long, straight black hair looks upward. A couple watches a dinosaur on a Bravia TV. An animated blue wave radiates out from the TV as the dinosaur roars. In a recording studio, a young woman wearing Sony headphones sings into a microphone. An animated car moves down a roadway composed of tiny dots. Wireframe cars appear on one side of the road, a driver's view of a rainy road at night. The dots populate the road and show the forms of parked and oncoming cars, as well as a pedestrian crossing the road. A clip from Long Bright River and a clip from the upcoming feature film, One of Them Days.
What are you gonna do? Whatever I have to do. You got this, okay? You been that girl. Been that girl.
On Wheel of Fortune, host Ryan Seacrest shows a contestant a card which reads $100,000. The contestant jumps for joy. Streamers spiral down. Clips from the feature film Saturday Night. Clips from The Pradeeps of Pittsburgh. Clips from Karate Kid Legends.
Love castles like race, no dark days anymore.
Clips from the upcoming feature film Paddington in Peru. Paddington's passport. Paddington presses his face against the glass at a passport control counter. Clips from the anime series Solo Leveling, Rurouni Kenshin, and Mashal, Magic and Muscles. Rod Wave stands in the cone of a spotlight on a stage in a stadium, singing into a mic. Dots of light from cell phone flashlights in the crowd shine behind him. The kid Leroy sings in front of a black background. Then he is in the center of a pile of women who are all dressed in black. Pink Floyd performs before a projected video. Tyler, the Creator, and King Nu both bang out songs. Hikaru Utada, in a long gray dress, undulates her body. An extreme close-up of a woman's eye. She blinks. Creepy Nuts performs back-to-back. The group Nogiyazaka 46, in identical black dresses, dance in unison.
But don't say I'm trying to start no war, 'cause peace belongs to
A sleek Sony PlayStation 5 Pro console rotates in midair, then slams down, sending out multicolored beams. Dancing astrobots appear holding a Sony PlayStation controller. As they fade away, a PlayStation portal floats in front of a gray background. The screen on the controller shows the video game Helldivers. Clip from Season 1 of The Last of Us.
You're not gonna scare us. Scare you?
Clicker monsters from The Last of Us crawl on the ground. Clips from the series Twisted Metal. Rocket launchers send missiles exploding into cars and trucks. The psychopathic clown, Sweet Tooth, leans out of the window of a van, laughing. The characters John Doe and Quiet aim pistols. John pulls his trigger, but his gun doesn't fire.
This never happened to me before. Really?
Quiet hands him a gun. Flash to a quartz crystal rotating on a table. A woman puts on an XR head-mounted display while a man at a computer watches. The woman moves and manipulates the crystal in virtual reality. An X-shaped platform rotates. Various vehicles and motorcycles appear on it in quick succession. A young man skateboards in a park. He holds a small device in one hand. The image dissolves to show the view as seen through a virtual reality device. A truck drives along a waterfront road as dancing red lines spread out behind it. A young woman unfolds multicolored glowing wings. A large group of people pose for photographers in front of a Spanish-style building. Hands pick up Sony lenses and cameras. A woman wearing Sony headphones blows a kiss. In a film studio, a man in a spacesuit is placed in a virtual environment on a Sony monitor. A film crew watches as the astronaut is hoisted in the air in front of a large LED screen. Various clips of the astronaut floating in front of footage of the Earth from space. A silver-haired man holds a camera. Images of an editing software monitor with snow-capped mountains and a white sports car. A video editor manipulates the image. A woman wears Mocapi sensors on each of her wrists and biceps. She dances in front of a camera while a man guides her movements, which are being captured on a computer monitor. A flash. A woman picks up a small Lego figure of Aloy from Horizon. Animation of Horizon Lego figures dancing. The logo for Crunchyroll appears over a crowd of people outdoors. Young people enter a convention wearing superhero and anime t-shirts. Footage in a banquet hall at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards ceremony. Animation of Miles Smith playing a guitar as the setting changes around him. A woman in a sleek black spacesuit approaches him. A triptych of video images charting athletes' movements in a soccer game, a tennis match, and a basketball game. A man holds up a crystal award in front of a capacity crowd in an indoor stadium. He walks onto a stage. Text appears, Arslan Ash, Tekken 7 champion. People fire weapons at an immersive game experience. Text appears, future immersive entertainment concept. A clicker monster writhes in a bright light. Text appears, not actual footage. An anime character from Demon Slayer rushes forward, brandishing a sword. Two characters battle as bright lights flash and swirl around them. A futuristic Afeela car drives along an urban street. At the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, people watch a presentation. Animation of monsters from Ghostbusters being blasted in a bunker bedroom and swirling around an ectomobile ambulance in a theme park ride. Park-goers fire lasers at creatures in the Jumanji The Adventure ride. In a large concert hall, a large crowd watches Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, while an orchestra and DJ play the score on the stage in front of the movie screen. Snap to black.
I'm with you to the end.
Footage from the film Venom: The Last Dance. From Venom, Eddie Brock races away on a motorcycle. A woman in an XR head-mounted display stretches her hands apart, which gives way to a motorcycle on the X-shaped platform, followed by the truck charging along the waterside road, Miles Smith playing the guitar, and ending with quick clips of the anime movie Demon Slayer: Infinity Castle. The Afeela travels on a winding suburban road. A woman with her hair in a bun turns around in a bright void. Other people come up to her as the background shimmers. One plays with a black spacecraft. The bun-haired woman studies an astronaut doll, while another woman draws on a lighted panel. As the group talks, a drone and astronaut fly on the LED background behind them. Fade to black. Logo. The word Sony appears through a colored background which changes to black. End credits. Audio description provided by Descriptive Video Works, written and narrated by Janissary. Long Bright River, only on Peacock, copyright 2025, Sony Pictures Television, Inc. and Universal Television, LLC. All rights reserved. The Pradeeps of Pittsburgh, watch now on Prime Video. Copyright 2025, Sony Pictures Television, Inc., all rights reserved. Twisted Metal, only on Peacock. Copyright 2025, Sony Pictures Television, Inc. and Universal Television, LLC, all rights reserved. The Last of Us, Season 2 of the HBO original series The Last of Us premieres in 2025 on Max. Copyright 2025, Home Box Office, Inc., all rights reserved. HBO and related service marks are the property of Home Box Office, Inc. Wheel of Fortune, watch weekdays. Copyright 2025, Califon Productions, Inc., all rights reserved. Saturday Night, now on disc and digital. Karate Kid, Legends, coming soon to theaters. Paddington in Peru, coming soon to theaters. Venom: The Last Dance, now on digital. One of Them Days, coming soon to theaters. Copyright 2025, Sony Pictures Entertainment, all rights reserved. Copyright 2025, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Europe. Horizon Adventures is a trademark of Sony Interactive Entertainment, LLC. Lego, the Lego logo, and the minifigure are trademarks and/or copyrights of the Lego Group. Copyright 2025, the Lego Group. Copyright Koyoharu Gotoge / Shueisha, Aniplex, UFO Table. Copyright Solo Leveling Animation Partners. Copyright NW/S RK. Copyright Hajime Komoto / Shueisha, Mashal Committee. Copyright 2025, Sony PCL Inc. Copyright 2025, Sony Interactive Entertainment LLC. PlayStation Family Mark, PlayStation Shapes logo, and Play Has No Limits are registered trademarks of Sony Interactive Entertainment Inc.